My next guest was one of the big winners this past weekend at UFC 323, getting it done in the first round. It is Mansur Abdul-Malik back here on the program. Mansur, how are you, sir?
Doing really, really good. Really good.
Yes, I bet. Again, it's always nice to get in and out of there and get another quick win. I know after the fight you talked about how, you don't really have any pressure. It's just sort of, this is something you enjoy doing and you like going in. But with that said, did you happen to notice you were the biggest betting favorite on the card going in? You were like minus 1,800.
Yeah, I heard a lot about it afterwards. In my mind, I of course always feel confident and everything, but like hearing like the numbers and like all of, like the statistics and all that, I didn't know that I was like the biggest one on the card. Yeah, I don't really think too much about it. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. Just like you, just like I don't really consider like the negative.
Mhm.
Not really, not at all. I don't consider the negative, but you have to kind of filter out the positive as well. You can't really listen to either side of the spectrum. You got to kind of be in the middle and just listen to yourself. But if they believe me, that's good. If they don't believe me, that's also good. So I'm just right in the middle.
I got to ask, did you expect the fight to end that way? I know you predicted to finish, but did you expect to get the standing, choke there? That was pretty impressive.
I knew that was going to be one of the options that was going to be very, very significant for me, significant or whatever word I would use. It was going to be there. I knew it was going to be there. Like the gap between his head and his chest is so massive. He's 6'6", 6'5". I knew that that was going to be able to be there. My reach is longer than his, and that's something that I'm really good at. That and other submissions, and I just knew that as soon as that opportunity arose, I was going to lock that in. And I knew as soon as I knew when I took him down, I felt him crunching up and defending from the strikes. So I knew that was going to be there. I knew that he was going to try to explode and get up, and I knew that the opportunity was going to present itself, and I just wrapped up his neck.
I know you game plan really well for these fights. You got a great team. Anything at all surprise you in the fight, or was it exactly what you expected?
Exactly, like down to the T, man, down to the T. He came out the exact same way. That leg kick, that teep, maybe a little bit less forward pressure, but that was exactly what we game plan for, man. It was absolutely beautiful. Credit to Eric Nixon too, because he's the one behind all of it.
Yeah, one of the best in the game, which is awesome. So how do you celebrate after a win like this? And we always talk about this. I know you don't drink. You're just, eye on the prize type thing. So you must have had a good meal, though, I would assume. You got to enjoy a little food, right?
I'm not really sure. I don't even know how I'm gonna celebrate. Like we're still what? This is less than 48 hours after the fight.
Yeah.
I haven't even celebrated yet. I've been eating my PI meals.
Okay.
I worked out yesterday. It's been business as usual, like like literally.
Okay.
Maybe I should definitely take a little bit of downtime and celebrate this week, but I'm not sure. Really, it was literally just another day for me. Literally just another day.
Yeah.
That's one fragment of the amount of time you spend in practice. With you got that 15-minute 3-round fight, and then it was even less than that. It was 1 minute, less than a minute and a half. So it's just business as usual for me. But
Yeah.
I'll definitely probably take some time this week and celebrate a little bit.
So what about after the fight, though? Like, you did your media, did your medicals. Like, what did you do after? Did you just watch the card, or what did you get up to?
I got a few slices of pizza, and I
Okay,
literally
see,
just
that's
went
what I was
home.
looking for. Where did you get the pizza? I knew there was something. Where'd you get the pizza from?
Inside the hotel, there was a really, really nice Italian restaurant. Sat down, ate a couple slices with the team, with the manager,
Okay.
and then just went home. It was that
Was
simple.
this at was that at New York, New York? Because they have a good pizza place
Yes.
there. Okay, yeah. Then I've
Yep,
been to
yep,
that one. It's amazing pizza place by the slice. I know exactly where you're talking.
yep,
It's right in between like where the main floor is and stuff. So that's
yep,
good
yep.
choice.
Really good, really
Good
good.
choice. Okay, that's great. And we're at the end of the year now. Like, unless something happens this weekend, I doubt you're going to step in. Although you never know, right? Anything could
Mhm.
happen. It's Monday. We still got some time, but we're coming up to the end of the calendar year. You've had a massive year. What are you most proud of, kind of looking back at this year, of all the accomplishments you've had? I know, I know you're always looking ahead, but do you ever take that chance to kind of look back on what you did this year?
I wouldn't use the word proud. That's a difficult one for me to like
What was the
to
biggest
place on
highlight
myself.
then? Maybe I guess would be the better way to
There we
phrase
go.
it. Yeah, exactly.
The biggest highlight this past weekend, the end of the year, just the way it all shaped out. The last pay-per-view of the year, me going out and performing the way that I did, and feeling all those feelings. Like this fight, even like in the locker room, I was literally ready to go, man. I was just ready to be unleashed. I felt like a loaded bow and arrow. Like
Mhm.
I was ready to go. And as soon as I got out there, I let it go. That was probably the most like expressions I've ever had in a fight, like screaming on the mic and everything. Because I just felt so happy. I literally just felt so free, so peaceful. even though my energy was so high, I just felt so present in that moment, man. There was no thoughts going through my mind. It was just right there. I was present. I was there in that moment, and I was so happy and I was grateful. So capping the year out like that,
Mhm.
finishing it out like that, finishing strong, setting the tone for next year, God willing. And that's the highlight. That's the highlight for sure.
When do you want to get back in there? Again, you're in Vegas, so nice luxury is that they keep doing events there. We've got the pay per view coming
Mhm.
up. Well, not pay per view. Sorry, my mistake. The Paramount card coming up in January 24th. Any sort of idea of when you want to get back in there?
Soon, very, very, very soon. I want to make sure I prioritize Ramadan coming up, but that's like mid February, end of February. So you
Right.
never know what could happen before that lasts a month. So right after that, that's a beautiful time for him to be available. So I'm ready, man. My weight's still low.
Mhm.
I'm here. I'm prepared.
Okay, that's good. Is this something you've expressed to the UFC? It looked like you came out relatively unscathed. Like a fight in early next year. That seems like a possibility from your end.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, that's fair. And I know I'm probably not going to get an answer, but I got to ask anyways. Any opponents in mind? I mean, you're on this nice win streak, and you're not. And I ask this in a way to not be disrespectful to whoever you're thinking of. But are there any fights you look at in the division? Go, that would be a fun one.
Whatever gets me up there, whatever shoots me up that ladder
Okay.
fastest, in the correct ways, of course.
Mhm.
But whatever makes me climb that ladder quickly and intelligently.
Yeah. Well, I would say a ranked opponent. Or do you think we're at this stage yet?
Yes,
Because I think we are kind of wanting to see that next level as far as the opponents you fought. Just again, you keep going out there getting these finishes. I think a lot of people do want to see a ranked opponent.
I'd like to see that as well. I'd like to see that as well. We'll see what the UFC has in store for me, but I'm ready and prepared for those opportunities to come. I don't just want to say it and state that and make that claim and then go out there like some other people have done before and just not really take that opportunity as they spoke about it.
Yeah.
I'm ready now. I'm ready right now.
And we've talked about this before, but you got to get the sense the UFC's behind you. They put you on this pretty big card this past weekend. You've been very active. I know some fighters can't get fights as frequently, but they really do seem to be behind you. And I think that's setting up a pretty impressive 2026 for you.
You couldn't have said it better, man. They're investing in me. They believe in me, and I'm very, very grateful to be put in these positions on the last pay-per-view of the year, being in that position, having the fight go that way. It's beautiful, man, and it's only a sign and a signal for more to come. I love situations and positions like this, man, because this is me. These are things that I've dreamt about since I was a little kid. So I'm happy to be here.
And something you sort of touched on as well, but just I was curious. I can't remember if I've asked you this, but if they offered you a fight during Ramadan, is that a no? You'd probably be like, hey, let's wait till after. Because I know Bilal Muhammad, I know years ago he did compete during Ramadan, or at least he was training.
Mhm.
Is that like what's sort of your thoughts on that?
I would 100% fight during Ramadan. I
Okay.
want to make sure I prioritize my deen faith first. We fast from sun up to sundown, so you have to make different arrangements for times to eat and times to train. But it's extremely doable. It's extremely doable, man.
I know one year Yusuf Salal like delayed it. I think that's part of the rules. Is that something you would believe in or no? Like, would you like if you had to take a fight, would you move the period like later? I know he had to do that because he had a short notice fight.
Sometimes you have to make up days if you not sometimes all the time.
Yeah.
You have to make up days if you miss those days to fast. But I would 100% take a fight during
Okay.
that month. Of course, gotta make sure I prioritize the faith. But you just make arrangements and you make things complete. You don't miss days. You don't miss out on things that you're supposed to do first as a person in your religion and your faith. But when opportunities arise, you take those opportunities and you just plan accordingly.
Last time we did our interview, I know I talked about Chimaev and him fighting Imavov, obviously at the top, and I think that's still going to happen. They're just kind of figuring
Mm.
out the dates and everything else. But I don't know if you saw the interview over the weekend. He's talking about moving up to 205. How do you think he'd do up there? Because that would be pretty crazy. Because remember, he fought at welterweight, so him going up three weight classes, that would be pretty interesting. What do you make of that move? I don't know if it'll happen anytime soon, but just your thoughts on him potentially fighting at 205.
I think that's very, very easily doable for him. To fight at 205, you don't have to be 205. And who knows what he walks around at. That's a big guy in general. So I feel like that'd be a very, very easy jump for him. He'd keep the same cardio, he'd keep the same intensity and everything. And I feel like that would fare really, really, really well for him. I think his style would play beautifully into that division as well. He'd have the speed advantage. He'd have a few other advantages going in there. And then plus he's not a small guy. So I think that's a very, very easy, quick jump. A lot of times when people move to other weight classes, it's like, okay, well, I have to put on this amount of muscle or I have to I have to do this type of strength conditioning to move up to this weight class. That's there now.
Mhm.
He might start camp around that weight, if not heavier. So who knows? But I feel like he'd be successful in that division for sure.
Well, and I think part of it too is that, Pereira's champion, right? I think if Ankalaev was up there, I don't know, it seems like there would be like an unwritten rule. Maybe they wouldn't want to fight each other, both Muslim. I know that's definitely a thing within the community. I've seen that from multiple fighters.
Sure.
We saw that with Islam and Bilal, right? I know they don't really want to fight each other. But I think it's the style matchup, right? Like we haven't really seen Pereira on the ground, test that ground game. Now, obviously he trains with Glover Teixeira. Imagine the ground game's got to be pretty good, but that to me is the most intriguing part. Could Chimaev get Pereira down? And if so, like how would that play out? That'd be so interesting.
Exactly, exactly. Like, can he get him down? I feel like he would get him down. And then can he hold him down? I feel like he could hold him down. And then it's not just the submissions, it's the ground and pound, the pressure, the relentlessness to when the guy comes up, taking him back down and having that consistent on you attitude the entire fight, not just like a one takedown. He gets back up, we reset, but like the in between gaps. When this guy gets up, how are you fighting him? How are you pressuring him? How are you attacking him? How are you staying on in between the gaps of the takedown and when he's on the ground? I feel like Chimaev is just beautiful in those situations. So it'd be very, very interesting to see.
Okay, before we go, don't want to keep you too long away from the PI. I know you've got business going on all day. What's the plan for the holidays? I know it's still business with you. I know you're the type of guy. It's like, no, if anything, Nick's probably got to lock the doors for you to not go in there. I understand that, but do you got anything like you're going to be seeing family or whatever, anything like that? Like what do you got planned the holiday season?
My father came out to my fight, so that's pretty much all I need. I can give everyone else a nice FaceTime. I might maybe travel back to the East Coast, give a few hugs, and then bounce right back.
Mhm.
But I feel complete. I feel complete, man. I've given my hugs. I've given my kisses to people. I've shared my time with people. I've spoken to them. It only takes a short amount of time for me to get that good feeling and for me to express my care and affection and meaning to them. And then I'm good. So I'm here. I'm training.
Okay.
This is my life. This is my holiday. This is my matter of fact, this weekend, that was my holiday. The way that I was expressing myself inside that cage, that was more exciting than most people can get during holiday season. So I feel good, man. But we'll see what we have in store. I'm sure some friends and teammates will invite me out and try to bring me a little bit closer, especially around this end of the year time. So we'll see.
Okay, well, that's interesting. So, like, I'm always curious about this because I know, like, with fighters, when you have a fight coming up, it's very much routine oriented. But when you don't have a fight, I know you're still in the gym, but like, you've got a little bit of extra time. Like, what do you fill that time with? You strike me as a guy who reads a lot. Like, what are some things you do when you have this extra time?
Reading, cooking. I love to clean up, man. I swear, I just have a very, very
It's
weird thing with
therapeutic.
like
I
order.
get it, man. Trust me.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing. So
And yeah, it's gonna be nice. Maybe detailing and organizing the house and decorating a little bit more, making it a little bit more like a human.
okay,
But yeah, maybe dipping into some other hobbies.
okay. I think it's certainly worth it. I think was it you I talked to about? I can't remember if it was you or someone else talking about golf. I was telling you how
Yeah,
good
yeah,
golf is.
we were talking
Yeah,
about
we
golf.
did
I was
talk
just
about
about to
this. That's
mention
right. Might be a good time to do that. Although it's getting a little colder in Vegas, right? So
that. Yeah, can you start golf up in the winter? Can you start up in
I
the
mean,
cold?
they have Top Golf, going on in Vegas, I'm
Yep, yep,
sure,
yep.
and there's lots of golf courses in Vegas. I'm sure if you wanted to go out, that they're probably. I'd have to look. I don't know if they're still open. I don't know what the deal is there, but being in the desert, I imagine they're open probably as much as they can be, right? So
I'm definitely gonna be on that fan. That's something
there you go, golf.
I could do that today.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. That's a hobby you can do. And sort of you touch on it there too. What books are you reading? Anything interesting that we should be checking out?
Always the 48 Laws of Power,
Okay.
The Art of Seduction. If you
Okay.
ever heard that
I
by
have.
Robert
Yes.
Greene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful one. The Book of Five Rings. That's my favorite book ever, besides the Quran. Those are three that I'm on right now, and I'll just dip into some other ones. Maybe some that don't even have to do with like self improvement or anything like that. Maybe just some like fantasy novels or something. Maybe you can give me some suggestions. But
I'm
I'm
not a
open to it
fan.
all.
I'm like you. I read the not self help, but like the business books and all that stuff. I like reading all that stuff and just trying to help with the knowledge. Are you a hard book guy or are you a Kindle guy? Because I recently got on the Kindle train. It's totally worth it in my opinion.
I've never read a Kindle book in my life. I'm always
Really?
hardcover.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair
yep.
enough. No, I get it, but it's good for traveling because you could get like 4 or 5 books and put it on the Kindle, and they're really small and the battery life's good. So
Is that just for reading? It's not like an
just for
iPad,
reading,
right?
yeah, it's not an iPad or anything. Yeah, I have it just for reading, and it's battery life lasts a long time. You can set the lighting on it too.
Mhm.
I've got like 5 books on there, and it's great when I go on like a long flight or something. I can just go between books if I want to. Like, 'cause sometimes, sometimes you're reading, you're like, okay, enough's enough, and then it's like maybe I want something
Yeah, yeah.
different, right? So
I'll probably get one of those then. I like that.
there you go, Kindle and golf. I want to hear an update next time we do an interview. Thanks so much for doing this, man. So really appreciate it. Again, congrats on the win. As always, I'll give you the floor before you get out of here. The floor is yours.
Monster Energy, thank you so much. Of course, Life, man, my team, my coaches, my family, and above all, Allah. I'm just very happy to be here. I'm very happy that you shared this time with me and invited me on this interview today. More good things to come.